When the accident happened, that was something that we kept praying about, is why Daddy? What are we to learn from this?
May the 11th, EO, it's an entrepreneurs organization, and we as a chapter are broken up into forums. And so each forum has about 8 people. One of us is a mountain biker. Why don't we all go mountain biking? Let's go on this trail and it'll be fun. This individual took us down the trail, and where was I? Immediately behind her. And she says, "Oh, can you excuse me for a moment?" And next thing, we saw her flying off. We've probably all seen E.T., and we've seen that bike in the air. She just landed right there in front of us. So, oh, hey, that's cool. Could I do that? Could you show me how?
I got a call when I was at home, and my sister, she said, well, there's been an accident. My sister's always been the one that is able to bring me down. She's not so dramatic. She said, all I need you to do is jump in the shower, get some clean clothes, get some food, and then come and meet at the hospital.
From my recollection of the scene of the crime, was that it was about a 50-foot projection from where I took off and where I landed.
He had had multiple fractures. He had a pelvic fracture, swelling, broken bones, and he was in pretty rough shape.
The minute that we finally got to see Daddy, my heart sank, and obviously it was Daddy's alive. That was the main thing. After the doctors had come in and they shared his x-rays, they shared with us the next steps, and those next steps were a big pill to swallow. When you split your pelvis in half to a butterfly, that means you're gonna have to learn how to walk. But we knew that was the first step, so we knew first thing the next morning, Daddy was gonna have surgery, and then once he comes out of surgery, then we'll take those next steps. So this was the moment where we had to learn to take things baby steps and not carry our Richardson name where we want to just power through and be at that finish line. We actually need to take the steps.
For someone who was so independent and active prior to this, this was a real blow. All of the fractures, the surgeries.
It was just very, very painful. So even though there was medication, you knew there was a lot of pain going on everywhere.
We kept praying that Daddy needs to get to rehab of the Pacific. I don't know, but there was a miracle, and they were able to get him moving towards the end of the day, and that was the start. I could honestly say, walking in those doors at rehab of the Pacific, it was just like, it almost feels like you're at home.
It was a challenging time because I didn't know how to get up or move around. I mean, it was just excruciating, and my dad had this word, I can't do this. I just had to use it. It's not me. Couldn't help it. Just couldn't do things.
It's hard, it's painful. It wasn't comfortable at all for him, but that was our goal. 3 hours of therapy a day, every day, getting him up and getting him moving.
There were 3 times I said, I can't do this. It's just a little bit here, a little bit there. Move this hand over here and do this. I couldn't believe it. By the end of that hour session, it worked. They knew me better than me, and I was blown away.
It's amazing for me to be able to go in on day 1, and he's completely at his lowest, and to be able to tell him that he will get back on his feet, and we're gonna help him do that.
100 days, we got it down to 75 days. It was truly a team effort. It was a village that made this happen.
Something that has happened to our family is actually something so good. And I can tell you today, We have all been working towards and following these paths that have been provided to us, and there are no regrets.
What's exciting is if I look back at the gravity of what happened, could have been the final chapter. It wasn't, thank goodness. And I think there's a reason for that. And I think I'm living out that reason.